Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching the show formerly called Saturday Night Board Games. But as you know, this is a Saturday and the last time I did an episode was on a Sunday. So basically, it feels like it's stupid to name a show after a day if I'm not gonna get the time to do it every single week on that specific day. So instead of that, I just decided to make this show and call it Ramblings of the Week, which gonna be my hopefully weekly vlog videos just talking about the games I have played, talking about Kickstarter stuff because a lot of you have asked about that, and talking about different projects that I'm working on. I'm really happy right now. I hope you have been enjoying the last videos. I just uploaded a top 10 video with cinema again. We did film that actually over the Christmas, so you can actually see that my beard is getting shorter and longer when we did play that. We did that recording, but I did my music video, my first music video. I hope you checked that out and that you enjoyed it. There will be more music videos. They're not gonna be like every week because there's a lot of work to make a music video. But I have some more songs already from the time I did my podcast, so I'm gonna do more music videos for those songs, and of course write more songs. So if you have any specific games or anything you think like this would be a really great thing to make a song about, let me know and I will see if I get some inspiration to make a song about that. But let's get down to business. Let's talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about some recently played games, and because I haven't had much time playing games lately, like the last couple of weeks I played like one day or maybe a couple of days. So basically last week I played 2 games. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper into those 2 games. One of them is a game that is a legacy game, so I'm not gonna go deep into that because spoilers! I am just gonna talk about my general feelings about it. So if you don't want to hear anything about Pandemic Legacy Season 2, then you can skip to see the next photo of a game, and that game's gonna be Empires of the Void 2, so you know that. So the first game we're gonna talk about is Pandemic Legacy Season 2. I got to start this with Sunniva and a friend of her, and I played a couple of games also only with Sunniva. Sunniva was not so involved in Season 1, but we decided to play Season 2 with her because it was really hard to get the group together often enough to actually get through the campaign. We used like two years to play Pandemic Legacy Season 1, and I really didn't want to use that much time playing the second season. I just wanted to have more time or less time to get through it and be able to talk about it and actually be able to get through it because there's so many games that I want to play. So Pandemic Legacy Season 2, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how the game plays because that's in the rules, but if you really don't want to know that, of course you can skip ahead. Pandemic Legacy Season 2 has changed up a bit how Pandemic works, and I really like that because when you first played Pandemic Legacy Season 1, you go through it, everything happens, a lot of stuff changes, but it's still Pandemic. So this time they made it something different, but it's still really similar to Pandemic because what they have done is basically made reverse Pandemic. And because you don't want to take away cubes from spaces, you want to fill spaces with cubes. There's only 2 kind of cubes in this game. There's a plague cube and there's a ration cube. And you're gonna go around and pick up rations and or supplies. I think they're called supply cubes. It's called supply cubes. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, it's not. But I'm pretty sure it's called supply cubes. And you want to fill them out on the board. So basically, when you draw the infect cards, you take away cubes, and if there's no more cubes, they get a plague, and those can't be taken away. So it's kind of feels a little bit more friendly in some ways, but when you get to play cubes, they are there. What this game does, this is also in the rulebook, so what this game does is that you make your characters, you name stuff on the board at the beginning of the game, and one thing I have really been enjoyed so far, we have played January, February, and March, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we played the first 3 months. We have won. We lost 1 game. I won the other 3 games I played of it. But the thing I really enjoy is that this is a do-it-yourself board game. It feels like do-it-yourself, of course. But you really feel like you are making the game and that you're getting a connection to the characters, you're getting a connection to the places, you're naming stuff, you just, it feels more connecting. You're deciding, putting on a job on a character and decide which photo is this, who is this character, what's their name, what's her age, where's she from, and it really makes you care more about the characters, which, like, making characters is one thing that is really cool in role-playing games, and also one of the hardest things to do in a role-playing game. So I really enjoyed that I took that in here and turned it upside down. So just like, not it's the medic, but now you make this character and you can think more about her, why, like, it looks like this, and she has that job, and she has, yeah, she's from this place up north because that's where they do that job, and it feels really nice to do that. And the gameplay is fun. It is it's different. I am not sure so far if it is as good as Pandemic Legacy Season 1. I haven't really had those wow moments that I did so far in Legacy Season 1. But it's good, it's fun, I like the involvement, I like unlocking the stuff that we are unlocking. I hope there's gonna be some more stuff, some more wowing stuff, and I guess there's gonna be, hopefully, crossing my fingers. But I have been enjoying the game so far. And I'm not gonna talk more about it because that will probably cause me to spoil some things I don't want to spoil, because I hate spoilers. I don't want to know anything about this game, and I'm guessing you don't want to know it either if you haven't played the game. So, the other game I got to play was Empires of the Void 2. I got this from Kickstarter. I did an unboxing video if you haven't seen that. And in this game, this is a science fiction game where you go around planets and taking control over them, fighting other people to take control. You're trying to do mission cards, you're trying to get points. You're scoring 2 times during the game, you're scoring halfway through, and you're scoring at the end of the game. I'm not sure how I felt about this game. We were supposed, that was the word I was missing. We were supposed to play this game with 3 players, but we ended up playing it with 5. I'm not so happy about playing a game the first time with a full complement of players, especially not even more than 4 players, and if the game isn't like it needs to be 4 players to be played. So I was a little unsure how this one was gonna be. We were a little tired, the rules went a little bit long, but we got into it, and it felt a little bit chaotic with 5 players, and I'm pretty sure that's because it's the first time we played, but it felt a little bit chaotic, and I am... One thing I want to say about this game is there's a lot of combat in this game, a lot of conflict. I am usually not a fan of that, but in this game, it didn't really feel so punishing. Like, if you go in and you invade my planet, if I lose, I don't lose my dudes, I just move them to the nearest place where I have control, and I can move in and attack you again if I want to. So it's basically kind of a nice way of doing combat, and there were a couple of things we missed, and those things were things that made it easier to get resources, and I think that when you get more resources, it's easier to focus on other strategies than attacking. The 2 players who made it the farthest, they were attacking a lot. I wasn't attacking that much. I tried to take some control. I wasn't really sure what I was trying, because I felt it was a little bit chaotic and a little bit like, ooh, I don't really know. I didn't get a feel of accomplishment. I didn't really feel like I was going anywhere in this game. But the game is gorgeous, the game looks really great. I really like the event cards that you get in the player deck that goes out to the planets and change the way the planets works, which will make the game different every time, because there's a bunch of these for every planet. And the way the game works, I said in the beginning, you go around in space. That's a really, really bad mechanic. Like, I just want to walk around. You choose an action and then everybody follows that action. Then another player choose an action and follow that action, and so on and so forth. So far, Sunua also said, and I think I agree, we really didn't know why you had to be able to do that follow thing, because I think sometimes it would have just been quicker if I was going to do my action, then you do your action, and you do your action. I'm not really sure why that follow mechanism is in there. It might be just because it's the first time I played. It might be because then you can't really block my actions, because now it's like if you go and do attack and move, and you go around, everyone can do that. I can choose that again, so that might be the reason, but it wouldn't really be any more downtime if I did my action and you did your action, and sometimes it's basically more downtime with that, because I have a plan, but then somebody's going to do attack and move, and I have to think, okay, do I want to do that? Where do I want to go then? Okay, this changes my plans up. So it maybe actually adds more to the thinking AP of the game. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to play it more. We are gonna play it this weekend, and hopefully I'm gonna have a review of it next week. It is I'm pretty sure I did enjoy it quite a bit. I didn't like everything about it, as I said. I did like some bits, and some bits was not my favorite. Actually, the conflict in this game didn't really bother me at all, and Sunniva is even more against, like not against, but really don't like conflict, and she didn't really mind it in this game either, pretty much, because it was so nice way of conflict. You don't really lose anything, you just move one space or a couple of spaces to the nearest place where you have control, and if you don't have any control, you just move to the nearest spot. So it's kind of a friendly fighting. It was a fun game. I am looking forward to play it again, but we will see how it ends up. It's not one of my favorites, but it's not a horrible game at all. And I know a lot of people have been enjoying it, so that is good. And I think that's everything for the recently played games and the first impressions of Pandemic Legacy Season 2 and Empires of the Void 2. So there's 2 sequels in this video. One thing we're gonna do now at the end of the video, I'm gonna go through some Kickstarters, because a lot of you have been asking me to talk about Kickstarters to see, is this a game I think you should buy? And of course it's really hard for me to say like, oh, this game looks really cool for me, so you should buy it, but yeah, it's hard. So a couple of games that are on Kickstarter I have chosen here, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 campaigns. I have watched through the campaign video. Some of them I have seen some more. We're gonna start with Ubud. Ubud, the card game. Or Submarine, the card game. No, not the card game, the board game. It says right here. I'm just reading card instead of board. That doesn't really make any sense. So Ubud, the card game, is this co-op game. Kind of feels like a successor to Captain Sonar, which is somewhere up, you can see it. It's somewhere on my shelf. I don't have any knowledge of where my games are. Captain Sonar is a nice, like, real-time 8-player game where you have 2 teams. In this one, it's up to 4 players, I'm pretty sure, and everybody have their role. It's a cooperative game, but the thing that lots of people have been, like, really looking forward to or seeing in this game is because it's really, really watchable. It's this huge 3D model of this Ubud, or submarine, which I'm gonna say now, because Ubud is a really hard thing to say in English. Ubud. Ubud, 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 Ubud. But it looks really nice. I know Rado has a video. I've just seen a little bit of it, and it's gonna be probably really frantic to see Rado do 4 roles at the same time in this game. But it looks more a little bit heavy, more involved. It has an app that shows you what to do, the missions and so on. It still has 15 days to go. I am unsure if I'm gonna back it. I think I'm probably gonna end up backing it. I don't remember the price. It is set at £65 sterling. That is, I have no idea how much. I think that's approximately 90 or 90 bucks or something like that. You probably know it if you can just go up and check it out. But it's approximately 90 bucks for that game on Kickstarter. And it's Ubud. If you like real-time cooperative games, I think you should check this out. If you don't like real-time game, I don't think you should check this out, because you would probably have a horrible time playing this game. The next one is Gentes from Stefan Risthaus, the designer of Arkwright, a heavy big game I really enjoy. I've only played it once. I also have played Gentes. This is the TMG deluxeified version. I played the Spielworks version. I don't think I'm gonna back this. I did like Gentes, but it wasn't like, I didn't blow my mind. I thought it was, it's really hard. It's been a while since I played it, but none of us around the table was like, wow, this is really good. I have seen a lot of people really enjoying it, so if you like Euros, if you like this kind of heavy Euro, this is not so heavy. This isn't Arkwright. I would rather play Arkwright, but it's a really, really long game. This is kind of easier from the same designer. It is Gentes. It's good. I think the deluxeified version is, of course, really nice. TMG makes some deluxeified versions. I don't know if this kind of Euro need metal coins and all this bling, but people want it, so why not take their money for it? Because that's what game companies want. They want money, so of course they're gonna make a deluxeified version and sell it for more if people want it, and it looks like they want. So let's talk about another game that people want to pay money for, and that is miniatures. That's not the game, but people like to pay money for miniatures, and if there's one company that really likes making miniatures that people want to pay for, that is a company known as Simon. They were known as Cool Mini or not, I don't know if Simon is a really good name, but everybody called them Simon because they had a long name, so they changed their name to Simon. They had Hate on Kickstarter. This is a game I have no interest in, but I know a lot of people have been interested in it. And I do think actually doing quite not as good as their other Kickstarters. It's now at, let's see, I have Norwegian here on Kickstarter. It has done now $792,000. So of course it's a lot of money, and it's going to be a Kickstarter exclusive. This is like FOMO. This is just for people gonna be like, oh, I have to buy it now because I can never get it again. That's basically the only reason they do it. They say like, oh, it's because we want to have it so mature and stuff like that, and maybe that's quite part of the reason. But come on, Simon, you want money. You want people to be like, oh, I have to get it now. Maybe I don't have enough money, but I really need to get this game now because there's miniatures and stretch goals and stuff like that, and I can never actually get this game again. So why do they? Oh, they are like, when you buy a Simon game in retail, you get this. When you buy it on Kickstarter, you get like the whole world. And people do that. And I have Simon Kickstarter say I have never played and probably never gonna play, with all these plastic miniatures that looked cool. But I was like, oh, this looks nice. I just want to back it. I heard the game is good, but Hate for me looks kind of boring. I know it started off as a 2-player game where you were gonna play with more players, but when you're gonna fight, you're gonna play with 2 players and everybody else was just gonna be like sitting there. I don't know what they were thinking about that, and they had this stupid video with so much cursing. I don't mind the cursing, but it just looks stupid. If you haven't seen it, go and see that. And also, if you haven't seen it, go on to Reddit. There is this topic on Reddit where people did make scripts like it was gonna be the Hate commercial, but for Euro games. Like, I love Patchwork One and Takenoko. There's a lot of really good gems there, so go and check that out. It's really hilarious. But if you don't like cursing, don't check it out because it's really horrendous that way. Hate just looks like another cash grab from Simon. They wanted to make some more money, to make FOMO, make people really are afraid of missing out. So that's Hate. I don't really care. Then we have the Tokyo series from Darkflight Games, Jordan Draper, the same guy who did Import Export last year. I have that game. I have enjoyed it quite a bit. I enjoyed it. The other place I played it didn't enjoy it so much, but I hope to get it played somewhere else. This is a set of 3 different games. There is Tokyo Metro, which is a bigger Euro-ish game. You have the Tokyo Yido Hanabaki. I don't know Japanese, but it looks really nice. It's like this vending machine game. And the last game, I don't really remember what is. Let's see here. You have, it looks like a puzzle game. Oh, it's this kind of puzzle game. I think the pieces for that looks horrible. It looks like a school project, but the other 2 looks nice. So I am thinking about backing this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna back it all. It's $99. I am not sure if it's $99 for everything. I am not sure I'm gonna do that, but maybe I'm gonna do one or the other. It's 5 days left. If you wanna check that out, I'm not gonna close that. That is Tokyo series. Then we have the next to last one. It's Neanderthal and Greenland. This is the one I'm really unsure about, but it's really cheap. It's $50 for 2 games. This is a game by Phil Eklund, a man who makes game that makes rule books that are really hard to read. I remember my friend, he bought BIOS Genesis, I think, last year in Essen, not 2017 but 2016, and he was like, oh, it was cheap, I wanted to play it, and he opened up the rule book and he's never gonna play it. Have you seen those rule books? They're like this big, and the text is like so small. You're gonna read like for 16 hours, and there's really simulation. I heard about these games that you really have to be into the subject matter to really enjoy the games, because there's so much real life science. I really enjoy that he actually takes the time to make these games that are purposely hard and purposely simulation, actually trying to simulate some stuff. So I might just jump into this one to see these 2 games that looks really nice. $50. It's pretty okay if the shipping isn't horrendous to Norway. I might actually back this. The last game today is the Scarlet Pimpernel from Eagle Griffin Games, of course. Brian Kelly and art by Ian O'Toole. Of course, the art by Ian O'Toole is the thing that drew me in. I watched the video and I'm unsure about this game. It is kind of pricey. The game is going for 75. No, this is signature edition. 55. It's not too bad actually, but I'm not sure I'm gonna back it. There's so many games coming out, so many Kickstarters coming out. Throughout this year, it's just full of Kickstarters. January has been crazy with already Western Legends, Everdell, and a lot of these crazy huge Kickstarters coming out. I am not sure just if my wallet will allow it, because we need to eat also sometimes. Even if I would just like to play board games every day, all day, I also need to eat. So, that is the end of the Kickstarter, and that's basically the end of this video. There will be more reviews coming this week, and I might be having some other stuff coming as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this new version of Saturday Night Board Games called Ramblings of the Week. And this is going to be a way for me to do these vlogs. I really enjoy doing vlogs because I can just talk about what I'm thinking about, talk about board games and first impressions, and do this in just all one whole video. If you enjoyed this what way of doing it, please let me know. If you don't like it, if you would like me to make like a specific video for Kickstarter once a week or twice a week, I don't know if I can do it once a week, and a specific video for each game I do first impressions, let me know and I can see if I can take them apart and so far. But if you enjoy this, I will continue doing it because I really enjoy making this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. As I said, please thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel, please tell people you know about my channel. That would mean a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I am Johannes and you have been watching Ramblings of the Week. Bye bye.